2, 3, 4. It's real windy out, which means noisy, so I'm gonna do this from in here right now. It's a short one this week on the truck vlog. I don't have a ton to report, but I wanted to give you a quick update and just keep the wheels sort of moving on this. The reason I don't have a ton to report isn't because I haven't been doing things, but it's because I have been doing a lot, but it's going to be for a busted out actual build video sponsored by Carolina Boots. I'm working on the tailgate of my truck, and I don't want to show too much of that here because I want to make a nice maker video. It fits in perfectly, but I can actually snap it closed with the cable, but the cable gets a little kind of caught up, so I don't want to do that. So what I'll do is I'll pull it up all the way, and I bought some toggle clamps to clamp it down when I have it up. That'll do that last 1/4 inch, but it fits pretty good. I'm pretty excited. So while the tailgate has taken up the bulk of my time working on the truck, I have been busy in the shop doing other things. I can tell you about that real quick if you want. I've been making molds to make these fish for my buddy Matt. He works for a children's museum in the area, and they have this game where there's like little screws they put in their mouths, and it's like a magnetic fishing game. And it's been a really super interesting CNC project for me, because in the past what they've done is made silicone molds of an actual physical fish that they made. And what I did is I took their physical fish and I recreated it into a hard plastic Delrin. Here, actually, here's a kind of an idea of what it looks like, you know, to where it's like the negative of the fish, and then they put the two pieces together. So that's been a really fun project for me, and it's kept me a little busier than I thought it would when I said yes to the job. But I've come out learning a lot and being a lot stronger on the CNC and a lot stronger in a lot of areas of manufacturing. I've also got guitars going on, of course. This is a guitar I made just for the heck of it, that'll eventually go up into my newperspectivesmusic.com store. I really like this one. I had this whammy bar laying around, and it's got my custom P90s in it. So I finally put the finishing touches on this. I'm also working on this guitar for a client. It's got a whole theme going on to it, and I didn't film any of this stuff, but the sort of look that I'm going to give the guitar, I will be filming and making a video about eventually. I've been working on this electric pipa, and you saw the last video I put out talked about that a little bit, and it's sitting on hold right now. We're talking about powder coating some parts. So it might be a while before I can put the build video out, but if you want to see a sneak peek of that, you can watch the video I posted last week about the TIG welding fiasco that I created around it. I think it was in my last vlog that I had a little bit that I did on my Instagram of my son helping me jump start the big truck because I drained the battery. I went out to start the truck again a couple days later, and it was dead again, and I was like, that's odd, I haven't even done anything with it. And so I grabbed my meter and I tested the battery, and what I found out was that the battery was fine. It was the cable, the positive cable connection was loose. And it's interesting how these sort of false positives can happen, but what had happened is when it didn't start and I put the jumper cable on, just the act of putting the physical jumper cable on that terminal sort of pushed it out and made it make a good contact, and then it started, right? So I thought I had jump started the truck, but nope, it was just a loose cable. I went to the hardware store and I bought new battery bolts, put it on, and now the truck starts up every time. I've been out there making friends. And these are some of my new friends over at Mill Supply. I'm looking forward to getting a box of stuff in from them to sort of fix up some things on the truck that need fixing. I can't wait to tell you about it, so stay tuned for that. From the YouTube channel Square Splinter made me this little sign to put on the side of my truck. This is practice for the big truck. We have plans to make a giant graphic to go on the side. He's going to help me out with it. I'm super excited about it. A little bit of a collab, and it's not going to be this picture, but this is a drawing that my friend Rob Ray of the moniker Shimmering Trash Pile and also co-host of the podcast, the Posable Thumbs podcast, drew for me. It's my guitar being played by a guy with a mohawk. And I cut all these letters out of actual magazines and did this the old-fashioned way, like we used to make the zines back in the 80s. It's pretty cool to see all these sort of things come together like this. At least it is for me. I don't know if you know this or not, but I also make videos for Vectric. Vectric makes CNC software, and they have their own YouTube channel, and I have a series that comes out every other month there where I create a project for Vectric users, and I provide the files as a free download to anybody that is a registered user with the software to then make my project. I was supposed to go to Maker Central with them this year in May, and now it's been put off till August. Hopefully that will all still happen. I had a project that was all kind of in conjunction with that. I put that on hold, and I made for the next Vectric video, I make this little mini guitar. The idea is that it's cut from a single piece of wood, and I use some basic just stuff that people have laying around their shops to make it. It's about $10 worth of parts and one piece of hardwood, and you can make this with this file. That'll be, coming out in a few weeks to a month on Vectric's channel. So if you don't know about that, go subscribe. Okay, I'm going to get back to work on my tailgate now. Thank you very much for all your time. I hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know what you'd like to see and what you think in the comments below. I wish I had more for this particular video, but I just don't want to ruin my tailgate video. So, all right. Thanks a lot and be good.